Talk us through the headline numbers. What are you announcing today?
Yeah, I think the numbers, they're okay. I mean, I'm not thrilled, but listen, definitely the markets are tough. We did enter, this year with some headwinds, so we knew there was going to be some challenging times. Our operating profit was up 1%, so that's not going to be terribly exciting, but it's still up 1%. Our earnings per share, which is an important measure, are up 2%. We have announced an increase in our dividend, which is consistent with our policy of a progressive dividend, which we announced on March 7th. I mean, the UK Life, our biggest business, certainly there's parts that have been exceptional. We still had 2.4 billion of inflows. Our workplace pensions continues to do well. Our group protection business is doing well. Individual protection has been a little bit more challenging, but we've also had a big timing difference. Last year at the half year, we released 200 million pounds of longevity reserve releases. We've not done that. Our general insurance business performed well. It's benefited from benign weather, but listen, we'll take it. Canadian recovery has been good, and we've been signaling that for a while. Europe's had some, kind of ups and downs. I mean, overall, Europe is broadly down, but I think if you look at it, that's really a huge movement in interest rates. In France, actually, the rates have gone negative. So certainly that has a drag on our results. But I mean, the European businesses are still, built to succeed and win and gain market share. Asia continues to do well. Singapore in particular had a good first half. We got our first dividend ever out of China. And Aviva investors, obviously the headline won't look good on operating profit, but I think you always have to look at lead and lag indicators. And our investment performance of the investors has been very strong. Almost 80%, of all of our funds are now beating benchmark. That's what we ultimately have to do for our customers. Treat their money with respect and hopefully make returns which, they're going to be pleased with.
So, Maurice, what are your overall reflections on our results today?
I think first and foremost, we're ready and we're resilient. Certainly the world out there is tough. We've delivered, a decent set of results. So I think we're pretty resilient, and we're ready for whatever comes ahead. Second thing, we got to deliver on our commitments. We've made a number of commitments to the market to put Aviva in a better place, to win, to have a little bit of ambition and deliver for our customers.
So what has the first half of 2019 been about for you?
For me, from March 4th, when I was appointed, to then being thrust upon the scene 3 days later for the full year results, and then June 6th, I started to set out some simple messages. So one, I said, I think the UK business, I want greater accountability. I want to focus on the various constituent parts. So we did separate the UK business, tick. We did move the UKD trading business back into UKGI, tick. And we did set out a cost target, tick. And I think if we get into that kind of cadence of saying to the market, here's what Aviva is going to do, and then doing it, that's an entirely different company. And I think Aviva is an amazing company, and that's why I'm here, and that's my job with all of you to get it done.
You talk about fundamentals. Why do you feel that's the right focus?
Well, listen, you know what you do in your job? That's about fundamentals. You make the experience for our customers better. And actually what you do for all of our staff that work in Horizon is you make their jobs easier. For me, you just got to be great at the basics. It's all about pricing, which is fair and transparent pricing. It's also understanding, the capital and the risks that you bear anytime you're pricing a risk. It's about underwriting, which is about the coverage, the product wording, so what it says in the tin, and also the exposure that we collect as a company. It's about indemnity management or claims handling. So that's about fast, fair, and efficient claims. It's also about making sure that we get the claims done in a manner that is also financially prudent to the company. It's about investment performance. We manage 340 billion pounds of assets all over the world. So let's ensure that we're getting, decent returns on those sort of policyholder funds and shareholder funds. And it's also about customer service, right? And making sure that we satisfy our customers' needs and we're empathetic and we deliver against what we said we'd do. And lastly, it's about efficiency. We're in a business that, we compete with new entrants, old entrants, and you've got to be efficient, because if you're not efficient, your customer won't buy your product. Those are the fundamentals of insurance. We got a lot of challenges ahead of us. I don't want to sort of sugarcoat that, but listen, if we dig down and we really sort of put the focus on where this business needs to go and on our fundamentals, amazing things are going to happen. And that's what we're all here for. So thanks.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Thank
thank you.